Hello students, in this lecture we are going to see numericals based on our theory that we have already seen, that is design of the rotor bars and the design of the end rings, right? So the first numerical that we are going to see is, in this we have to find the current in the bars and end rings of a cage rotor of a 6-pole 3-phase induction motor having 72 rotor stator slots and 15 conductors in each slot. If the stator current per phase is 20 amperes and the rotor slots are 55, we have to find the suitable size of the cage bars and end rings, right? So in this, what all things are provided to us that we have to see. First of all, we have seen that what we have to find the current into the bars and end rings. Okay, it is a 6-pole 3-phase induction motor. Stator slots are given 72, conductors per slot is given, also the stator current per phase is given 20 amps. Okay, now the rotor slots are also given, that is 55. We have to find the suitable size of the current cage bars and the end rings. So first of all, here one assumption is made. We have assumed that the rotor mmf is 0.85 the stator mmf. Okay, 0.85 the stator mmf. Okay, you can consider this as an efficiency. We have considered the efficiency of the motor as 85%, right? Now moving further, what we need to find is bar current. What we need is bar current. The equation of the bar current right now in the above lecture we have derived. It is nothing but 0.85 poles stator into number of poles into stator or current per phase. Now the stator current per phase is given, it is 20 amperes, and the stator turns we have to find out, right? And upon rotor slots, now this rotor slots is already also provided to us. Rotor slots are 55. So what we need in this equation is number of poles, we know it is 6. Stator current per phase, it is given 20 amperes. Stator turns we don't know, so we need to find the stator turns. So how we will get the stator turns? Now stator turns per phase is given by stator slots into the conductors per slot. Now the stator slots are 72 and the conductors per slots are 15. So if we want total number of conductors, what we will do? 72 into 15. Okay, right? We are having number of slots at 72 and in each slot there are 15 conductors. So if we want total conductors, we will multiply the number of slots into the conductors per slot, right? Now we want conductors, stator conductors per phase. So what we will do? Into 3, 2 into 3. So we will be getting the stator turns per phase. Now here why we are multiplying with 2? Because this we are getting is conductors, and each turn there are 2 conductors and we are finding the number of turns. So okay, so when we will divide the conductors by 2, we will getting the number of turns. We will be getting the number of turns. So we can find the number of stator turns per phase is 180 turns. So now in this equation we have all the things that are required to find the bar current. So 0.85 is constant, number of poles is 6, stator current is given 20, and the stator turns we have just now found, it is 180 turns. Okay, and the rotor slots are already given, that is 55. Okay, so we are getting the bar current 333.8 amperes. So okay, this might be clear to you. We have to remember the equation of the bar current IB, that is 0.85 into number of poles into stator current per phase and the stator turns upon the rotor slots. This equation we have derived, and when we place each values in this equation, we get the value of the bar current. Okay, now to find the end ring current, that is we are interested in IE. So current density is given by, again we have to remember, delta is equal to I by A. Okay, A is the area of the rotor bars. So rotor bars, when area of the rotor bar AB is given by rotor bar current 5 ampere upon current density. We have assumed current density as 5 amperes. Okay, so when we place these values, we are getting the area of the bar as 66.76 mm square. Okay, now we have already got the area of the rotor bar. Now we want to find okay, now we want to find what is the current in the end ring, that is IE. Okay, now the area current through the end ring is found by the equation SR. This SR is nothing but the slots in the rotor into IB, that is bar current that we have just now found, upon pi into P, right? So when we place the values, number of rotor slots is given by 55, IB we have just now 333.8 by pi, and number of poles is 6. So when we simplify, we will get the value of end ring current as 973.4 ampere. Okay, so this is the equation by which you will be getting the current passing through the end ring. Now we want to find the area of the end rings. Okay, that is AE. How we will find out? Area of the end ring can be given by current through the end ring upon current density of the end ring. The current through the end ring we have just now found what it is, 973.4, and the end ring current density is assumed slightly higher as compared to the other. Okay, so we will be assuming the value as 7. So we are getting the area as 139 mm square. Okay, so this is how we are finding. First we found the current in the end rings and the current in the bar, and based on that we assumed the value of the current density, and from that we got the area of the bar as well as area of the end ring. Okay, so this was the example based on finding, or the based on theory of design of the bars and design of the rotor. Right, now the second example that we are going to see is here. A 22 kilowatt 3 phase 4 pole 50 Hz 415 star connected induction motor has 48 slots, each containing 20 conductors. Calculate the values of the bar and end ring currents that we have already seen how it is derived. The number of rotor bars is 55. The machine efficiency is 0.88. Here the efficiency is given in exam also in numerical 99%. You don't have to assume that, you will be given. Okay, the power factor is 0.89. The rotor mmf may be assumed as 85% of the stator mmf. If the current density is 6 ampere per mm square, find the area of the rotor bars and area of the end rings. So it is same what we have to find, area of the rotor bars and area of the end ring. Okay, we have to find the values of the current through the bars and also the current through the end rings. Now the bar current is given by 0.856 is into Ts upon Sr. This we have seen. Okay, now we need to find what all things are available with us. So first of all we will require, what we will require is stator current. The stator current per phase is given by Kw, that is input, upon root 3 Vs into cos phi. Okay, we will be placing all the values and we get the value of the stator current as 39.07 amperes. Now the stator turns per phase is given by Zs by 6. Zs by 6, that is nothing but 2 into 3. Right, so number of the stator conductors is given by conductors per slot into the number of stator slots. So when we multiply this thing we get 960. Now we have already seen that the stator turns is given by this equation. So we get the stator turns as Ts is equal to 160. Sr, that is the number of rotor slots, that is already given to us, and the value of Is we have already found. So when we place the value, all these values in the equation of Ib, we get the value of bar current. That was the first thing that we needed to find. Now end ring current. End ring current is given by Sr upon pi p into Ib. So here we don't we have the speed. The number of poles is given by P is equal to 120F by Ns. Ns is 1500 rpm. We have assumed the value of the synchronous speed, and based on that number of poles. Here the number of poles are already given, so there is no need to find this. In book it is, they have found the value of the number of poles. Now number of poles are already given to us, that is number of poles is 4. So when we place all the values in the equation, that is Ic is equal to Sr upon pi p into Ib, we get the value Ic is equal to 2536.66 amperes. Right, now here when we have already found the value of the current passing through the bars and current in the end ring, now our next goal is to find the area of the bars and the area of the end ring. Now we have assumed the current density in the bar and end ring is given by 6 ampere per mm square. Okay, it is already given in the numerical, so no need to assume. Now moving further, area of the bar is given by current through the bar upon current density in the bar. So by dividing this we get area of the rotor bar, and in same way area of the end ring is given by current through the end ring upon current density in the end ring. Okay, so we are getting the value of area of the end ring. So this was the steps in which we need to follow, and mainly we need to remember the value or the equations of the bar current and the end ring current is given by this, and based on that you need to find which parameters or which quantity is missing, and if you have to simply place those values and you will get the answer, right? So this was the numericals based on the design of the rotor bars and design of the end rings. In next lecture we are going to see the design of the wound rotor. Okay.